Hello, this is Jamie Pate. Welcome to this Carefree Storyline Chapters video. I am jumping right in here to the process part. I usually do an intro. Today, I'm feeling led to just jump in. First, I'm using this little sweet 5.5 by 7 Storyline Chapters insert. But it's just small and compact, and I love it for telling more cohesive stories. Number 2, I'm using Carefree inside the book, and you can even see here in this last video that I did, part 1 basically, which I'll link below. I share how all the parts came together. So now, the next thing I want to talk to you guys about, and I'm sure you're going to feel my pain on this, but do you ever know you want a story to be, you know what you want to tell. You have the photo. Do you see that photo in that suite? My daughter's dress and the girls' dresses. It just turned out beautiful with the light coming in from behind. Anyway, I digress. I'll do that often, I'm just warning you, but let me get back up to speed. So I know the photo I want, but I have these 2 blank pages. There is nothing more daunting than 2 blank pages. I don't care what kind of creativity you find yourself in. You're like, what am I going to do? So let me tell you real quick the little story that led up to how I knew, and I haven't done the page yet. It's still work in progress, right? But I have an idea. So I often look for inspiration in several places. I hope you do too. I didn't need inspiration to do what I'm going to do. I needed the inspiration to know what was I going to do. And that being said, I wasn't looking to go find somebody's layout to copy. I didn't want that either. I have learned I just need a jumping off place. Maybe you do too. Maybe you need to learn, I just need a jumping off place and then I'm good to go. And I think I found it. And here's how it went. I do love to go through Instagram and scroll through and see what my favorite creatives are doing on their pages. I love to look at design pages on Pinterest. It doesn't have to be scrapbook. It's just design layouts and marketing posters and color palettes and all that kind of thing super inspires me. But I'm also learning and continue to learn from other creatives. And I mean that by way of, like, for example, I watch a lot of people on YouTube who are doing classes or who are doing lives. And I purchase classes too. And recently I purchased a class from Allie Edwards. It's her Hello Story. Am I correct on that? So I was getting ready just to kind of pass a little bit of time. I'm watching one of her stories and I will show this to you. I took a screenshot of this I was watching one of her lessons as she's unpacking, and she's very good about explaining the foundation of what she's going to do on a page. And no different than me. I'm like, I'm going to show you too how I'm going to build this, and then we're going to see where it goes. You never know. But to wrap this up, here's the image that flashed on the screen. And I remember saying when I saw it, wow, those butterflies are super cool. I had not seen that journal card before. I must not have that kit, which is very possible. But as I was watching the rest, or a little bit more of that lesson, my mind kept coming back to the butterflies. I'm like, I really like those butterflies. And then it hit me. Your inspiration just came from those butterflies. So this was my next thought. I started sketching on my sketch pad, like what was going to be this page of this layout, just how I was going to put some die cut butterflies on here, right? And then it hit me again. Wait a minute. See, do you not love the evolution of inspiration? That sounds like a class. The evolution of inspiration. Oh, okay. I'm digressing again. Focus, Jamie. I remembered I have a die that I've yet to use yet. Does anybody have this? It's called Perspective Butterfly. You can see it's a pretty good size package. And here's the actual die. Isn't that fantastic? Look how big it can be on this page. Too big, but I already knew I didn't want this. I don't want just this whole butterfly. Do you remember the journal card I showed you? I knew when I remembered I had this, that this is what I want. I want this to be die cut over here. But wait, there's more. There's these butterflies. I always have to look at the name because I never remember what they're called. These are the mini detailed butterflies. I have used these butterflies in several videos here on my YouTube channel. You're going to want to check those out only because I love every one of them. Okay, what's so special about these? You can see in this picture, there are 4 dies, and you can see how there's like the blue here, and then there's a black on top. Then there's the coral and pink and yellow. Then there's a black on top. That's because you have a completely open butterfly die. 2 of them. I'm finding them. Please hold. Okay, so if you can see that these are completely open. So even though it's showing these cutouts here, this is going to cut out the silhouette portion of this butterfly shape. So let's find a little home for them. And then these 2 cut out what I'll call the skeleton part of the butterfly. So what you see is what you get with this die. I'm going to go and turn it over just so I remember how I want that those are the actual intricate cut ones. This is what I came up with. And that's my sketch for this side of the page. I decided I want this to be a bit intricate with these die cuts. And what is going to be so much fun is then deciding on what papers or vellum or whatever is going to make up these butterflies. And then I'm probably going to do like a little tag or something here just by way as an additional embellishment. Okay, I'm super excited about this page. I can't wait to unpack this with you guys. In the meantime, first, we are going to get this page at least started. There's a couple things we're going to do here. I do want a background to this. I don't want to use the gray that's on here. I decided to grab the 6x8 paper pad because the pattern in here is ratioed to the 6x8. Does that make sense? So this pattern is just a little bit smaller than it would be on the 12x12 page. I like that behind this photo. I think it picks up on the hues of her dress and is really beautiful. Once that background's laid down, then I am going to adhere this probably with foam tape. Now, here's a question that I get quite often. Are you worried that your books will get too bulky? Worried would not be the right word because my books will get bulky, and I'm absolutely okay with that. It's okay. I want to have dimension on my pages. So I'm okay if it leaves a page with some bulk to it. The way I store them in the Storyline Chapters albums, there's plenty of room. If I have to cut pages out of the album, because I will not, well, I say that, I might fill up every page with photos from this wedding. I'm not worried about if I do fill up it doesn't matter to me. That's a destination for another time, and I'm not going to worry about it. And that's just my word of encouragement to you. Don't worry about it. Enjoy the process of getting a beautiful story down on your pages. Like I said, I'm probably going to back this up just to give the photo a bit more sturdiness. And then I just want to make sure I show this to you the right way. On the back side, I'm going to do foam here, here, and here. And I want a place to slip in either a tag or a DIY journal tag. Anyway, that's where I want to tuck the story because there's things I want to say about this page. So let's throw on some music while I get this part of the page done. That was super straightforward. You saw what I did there with giving myself plenty of room for some journaling to tuck in underneath here. And honestly, I can't quite decide yet, but I do think I might just leave this page with the regular background paper. I don't know if you can tell. If you have Storyline Chapters, you know that these pages aren't white. They have almost like a canvas texture that's printed on them. And I don't hate it at all. Actually, in this situation, this sort of complements the background to my photograph. So we'll see. I could change my mind. In the meantime, remember how we had perspective butterfly set up here? I've already decided that I want to use this paper. It's that mauve with a bit of a leaf motif on it, and I thought it complemented the photos. I'm very photo color driven, especially in these more feature type pages. So I'm going to cut perspective butterfly on my Sizzix to this specification, and then we'll get it placed on the page. Okay, you can see I went ahead and die cut several butterflies, and this is very lovely. It's just, yeah, this is a very lovely, beautiful, intricate butterfly. I love it coming off the side like that. And I'm also trying to decide how to adhere it. And I'm also trying to decide if I am still good with this background. But boy, do I not want to bring too much pattern in up against this, and I don't want anything else taken away from this photo. So I'm going to go on the safe side and keep it the background that it already is. I'll lay perspective butterfly here, I'm pretty sure. And I think I'm going to use this 1/8 inch double-sided where I can to adhere it as best I can. And I don't think I want to use glue. I don't want any pucker factor is what I'm thinking. And so just to talk through these other ones, and then we'll just do the adhering. This is the mini detailed butterfly, and it's just kept plain. I might actually go in and stamp some script on it. This was one of the cutout ones. And here I did the vellum. This is the vellum, and I don't think it might have its own good enough weight. I don't know. I'm going back and forth on that. I'll play with it some more. Otherwise, I thought it was pretty peeking through underneath this gray charcoal butterfly. Another see-through one. These other filler butterflies are from very old Martha Stewart butterfly punches that I have. And I've just used them for years and years and never updated them. But I'm sure if you wanted to replicate this, you have your own butterfly punches that you can use. And so what do you think? Would you keep with that? Would you do that in no black, except for maybe those? Boy, it's a hard one, huh? The thing is I can do that and then come back later if I really feel like, yeah, I could probably anchor that in there. So I am going to start laying this guy down here. This process. It's not about perfection, and boy, if we haven't learned that it's not about the destination yet, but it's about the approach, it's about the progress, wow, then this past year hasn't taught us anything. So it's safe to apply it to even paper crafting. I think I love it. I was going to do this love this right here, and actually I still can. What do we think? Adhesive foam to the back of it so it's popped up right. That's good. And I've made a little tab out of the same paper that these butterflies are from, in the hopes that it will tie it together just a bit. And that's all we're going to add to this page for today. And that's part 2. Be sure and come back for part 3 when that happens. I'm super eager to work in this book. I am loving how it's working out. In the meantime, I'll see you in the next video.